Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Education for Aspirants. Today we will discuss how to find out the right linear grammar for a given finite automata. So first of all we will discuss what are the production rule we will write for the different transitions present inside a finite automata. You know guys, in a finite automata there may be two different type of states present. One is final state, second is non-final state, right? So whenever we are making a transition, either the transition is between final state to non-final state, or final state to final state, or a non-final state to final state. Clear? So we will concentrate only two rules. One is in a transition when it will reach to a final state, then what are the production rule we will consider for this? Second is in a transition when it will reach to a non-final state, okay, then what is the production rule we will consider, that we will discuss. Clear? So first of all, let's consider a transition in a finite automata with two non-final state, that is A and B, by considering the input terminal small a. Clear? So it is saying that for each transition delta A equals to B, means the transition happened in between two states, that is A and B, by considering the input terminal A. Clear? Where the B means reachable state is a non-final state. B not belongs to F, means it is a non-final state. Then for this transition we will write the production as A produces to AB. That means the initial state or the starting state will become the left side of the production, and in the right side of the production we will write the reachable state with the input terminal, that means small a and capital B. Why AB? Because it is a right linear grammar. Okay, so in a right linear grammar, in the right side of the production the variable will present at the rightmost side of the production. So that's why we are writing here AB. Now we will consider in a finite automata when a transition will reach to a final state. Let's consider two states here. One is non-final state and second is, by considering the input terminal A, it is reaching to a final state. Clear? If the transition is in between a non-final state and a final state, then for this type of transition we need to write two different production rules in the grammar. Okay, that is A produces to AB and second is A produces to A. That means here in the transition the initial state is A and that will become the left side of the production. Okay, means we will write A produces to the reachable state with the terminal. Okay, what is the terminal here? A, then the reachable state is B. Hope it is clear. Then except from this we need to write another production, that is A produces to small a. So if the transition happened in between two states and where the reachable state is a final state, for this we need to write two productions. But if the reachable state is a non-final state, so for this we will write only one production. Okay, for example, let B is a final state and it is considering a self loop by considering the input terminal A. Clear? For this type we will follow the second rule, that is B produces to small a and capital B, and though it is a final state, hence we will write B produces to small a. Hope it is clear. These are the two production rules we will consider when we are converting a finite automata to a right linear grammar. Okay, so let's see with an example. So this is a finite automata given, and in this finite automata there are three states are there, Q0, Q1 and Q2, right? For our simplicity we will represent the Q0 state as A, similarly Q1 state as B and Q2 state as C. Clear? And you know that a grammar is the collection of four different tuples, that is variable, terminal, production rule and starting symbol. So we will write here the grammar G equals to variable. What are the variables used here? A, B and C. Clear? Similarly, the terminals used here small a and small b. Then production rule P and starting state here A, right? So we will write here A. Clear? This is our grammar, and for this grammar we will write the production rules. Okay. Now, so inside the finite automata we will now consider the transitions on A. Okay. If you see here, by considering the input terminal A, it is moving to the state B, means the reachable state is a final state, right? So let's move to write A produces to the input terminal is A and the state it is reaching to B. Clear? And B is a final state, hence we need to write another production A produces to small a. From A, another transition is there to C, right? What is the input terminal? B, means we will write here A produces to small b and the state C, A to BC, and C is also here a final state. That's why we will write A produces to B. Now we will write B to A, there is a transition present by consuming the input terminal small b. So we will write B produces to small b and the reachable state is here A, B to BA. Clear? So B is having a self loop by considering the input terminal small b. So for this we will write the production B produces to small b and capital B. Why capital B? Because the transition is reaching on the same state. Okay. Then B is a final state, right? So though B is a final state, hence we will consider another production B produces to small b. Now we will write the production rules for the state C. So you can observe here C to A, there is a transition present by considering the input terminal A. So that we will write here C produces to small a then capital A, because the reachable state is A. Clear? Then on C there is a self loop, that is by considering the input terminal A. So that for this we will write C produces to small a and capital C. Clear? And now C is a final state, hence we will write another production C produces to A. Hope it is clear. So these are the three production rules we need to write for the state C. Clear? Now we have written all the production rules for different states A, B and C. So in this lecture I have completed how to write the production rules for different state present inside a finite automata. Clear? I hope everybody you understand it. Still, if you have any doubt regarding this, then please write your doubt in the comment section so that I will provide the solution for you. In my next lecture, I will come with another example where I will find out the productions of a grammar for a given finite automata. Thank you.